Out of so many projects that you've done, which was the most exciting project to date? Like something you're really proud of?
Well, there's several. I love the bunnies, the
Yeah,
bunny commission that I did for
I've
the
seen it.
hotel in America. I mean, those bunnies. I still smile when I see them, but they were a big challenge because I never made a bunny before, I mean, they're 6 feet long. They're huge. Yeah, they're big, and I it was a very interesting, exciting project to do. Very funny as well, because the bunnies were actually inspired by the couple who gave me the commission. So Mr. Bunny and Mrs. Bunny are very much kind of an expression of the two people that gave me the commission. So that was very that was also for, and they're good friends. So also for me that was a special thing to do. Um, I think maybe one of the most exciting projects that I've done, or one that I'm very, very proud of, is um, the installation I did for my exhibition at the Fort Wayne Museum in America, in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Uh, it's called Perception, and the installation is about how when 50 people go to the Antarctic, they're all looking at the same thing, but they all have seen different things. So we all perceive differently. We look at something or we listen to something, but we are programmed individually by our background, our education, uh, where we come from, who our parents were, our education, our taste, our interests, the friends we have, the families, the church we go to, or the temple, or not believers. So we are all kind of programmed, if you like. We all are wired slightly differently. So when we look at an exhibition, we all look at the same painting, but we don't see the same painting. We see something different. And the same, of course, goes for sculpture. So what I did is I made one shape, one sculpture, and I had it executed in 4 different pieces of glass, um, in chrome, in bronze, in white marble, in black marble, in aluminium, in painted aluminium, in so 14 different stones, glass, metals, but all the same shape, exactly the same shape. And I put them in one big space, and they look like they are put in randomly. So they're not all pointing in the same direction. They're all turned a little bit. Some are a little bit higher up than others. So it looks very random, but it's not random at all. And there's one place in the room, in a corner. If you stand in that corner, you can see all of them at the same time. But it's the only place you can do that. But in the form, there's a hole, like a keyhole almost. And so you don't just see that one sculpture, you look through it as well. So you see a background too. And the background is different every time. It was my way of saying we can all look at the same form, at the same sculpture, but we all see something different. For instance, when you look at it at a form like that and it's made in clear crystal, it's translucent, but at the same time it's also giving you an optical delusion because the glass works as an optical instrument almost. Now, if you make the same thing in chrome, all of a sudden it's also doing something optical because it's reflecting everything that's around you. But you yourself are also reflected in it. And then when you see the same in, for instance, in white marble, the marble is so kind of has such a virgin quality. It's so untouched, if you like. I think that's why the Taj Mahal was built, because it has that purity, beautiful purity. So every material, I mean, the painted aluminium one looks like a race car because it's got that beautiful sparkling blue paint. You know what I mean? So every different one gives you a different emotion. But it's your emotion, which is from who you are and your experience, you see. So the best proof that I got that installation actually was successful was that people walked outside and I spoke to them and I asked them, what did you think of the installation? And they would say, oh, all these sculptures are beautiful. And I would say, did you notice that they are all the same shape? And people would say, no. And they would actually go back to check if it was true. But they were all the same shape, just one shape. So it's very interesting how different our perception is and how we even can be tricked in our perception just by different colors, different materials, all of that. And that to me was